In our third video in Series 2 on outfield play, we're going to talk about throwing the baseball and throwing it specifically as an outfielder. There are some very important things that we need to remember so that we can make sure that we make our throws accurate and we make them with power. The throw you make as an outfielder is going to be longer than anywhere else on the baseball field. So any flaws that we have in our mechanics are going to be put under the microscope. We're going to see issues that arise if these four things aren't taken care of. The first thing that we need to do is make sure that we get a four-seam grip on the ball. That's a grip across the horseshoe on the baseball, like so. The purpose of the four-seam grip is so that we can create lift and carry on the baseball when we make the throw, and also so that we have a clean hop into our respective base that we're throwing to. As an outfielder, we always want to utilize a long hop mentality. The reason for the long hop mentality is twofold. The first reason is the long hop is easier for an infielder to field and make a tag during an assist opportunity. The second reason for the long hop is because it has been scientifically proven that a long hop throw to a respective base is going to get there quicker than a ball that flies through the air. We need to utilize this as much as possible, and when you watch on TV, you'll see it all the time. The second thing we need to remember when we're throwing the baseball is going to be our foot placement. Now, like I said, as an outfielder, if we're off a little bit in our mechanics, it's going to make a big difference on our throw. We want to make sure our foot is pointed towards the direction that we need to throw. So if we're throwing to third base, that's where it needs to be headed. The problem that we have sometimes is we'll open our hip up when we make that throw. It's going to take away from some of the power and some of the accuracy on the back half of the throw. The other side of the spectrum will be if we close our foot off when we throw, we're going to be throwing against the kinetics of our body, again, taking away from the power behind that type of throw. Now, after we've achieved the four-seam grip and we have our foot placed in the right direction, the third thing we need to do is make sure we have a 90-degree angle at release. 90 degrees is going to be determined by the angle of our forearm to our biceps here. So this is our 90-degree angle. Any deviation from this 90 degrees is going to cause a tailing effect on the baseball at release. We need to make sure we keep our fingers on top. The reason is because if a ball tails, it's going to take longer to get to its target, being the cut man or to that base. The longer the baseball takes in flight to get to that target, the more time a base runner is going to have to take more steps to reach their objective. The fourth thing that we need to remember after throwing the baseball is that we need to be aiming for our relay man's halo. The halo is defined as if our relay man stuck his hands directly out and made this movement. This is the area where we want to throw the baseball. The reason for this is because if we stay behind the ball, we make a good strong throw through that halo, he's going to be able to handle it if he needs to cut it, or if he lets it go through his halo, it's going to long hop one time into the respective base that we're throwing to. Again, that's that long hop mentality we talk about. That's how we're going to be able to throw people out from the outfield. By tying all four of these things together, we're going to become a great thrower, an accurate thrower, and a powerful thrower, and we're going to give ourselves an opportunity to have assists as outfielders. That concludes our third video in the series, Receiving and Throwing the Baseball as an Outfielder. Up next, we're going to show you a drill that's going to help ingrain that long hop mentality and teach you how to build arm strength as an outfielder.